I am at Yonsei University, one of the top 3 in Korea, known as the Sky Universities, Seoul, Korea, and Yonsei. This university has been featured in a number of famous Korean dramas, so you may have seen it. And I'm also here together with one of my friends.
안녕하세요, yon-sei.
And we're gonna be finding out why he's here in Korea, what he's been learning, what he regrets. First though, let's check out, where are you staying?
I'm at a Goshiwon, so
okay.
Let's head over there.
Yeah, let's go over there.
Come on in.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is tiny.
This is actually the biggest size of this entire place.
Wow.
So 14 square meters.
Uh-huh. Yeah, give me the tour.
This is the restroom that I use.
You pretty much shower just standing right here.
Yeah, this little like 4 square section is my shower space. And then what I have to do is sometimes the hose will get water stuck in it.
Okay.
So when I shut off
the hose
shower,
will get water stuck in it.
Like stuck in the little like top. You know what? You know what I mean.
I know what you mean. That's why it's funny.
Really dumb.
So show me your Korean study materials then. That's what I'm here for, really.
Yeah. So the ones for Yonsei specifically. Yeah.
You are a winner.
Always remember that. Yeah. So this is level 1. I'm in the basic Korean intensive learning class.
Okay.
This one is for mostly like speaking, writing, dialogues and stuff like that. So I have class Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and we just went over like, hey, if you're going to your hometown, what do you want to do? Like, you want to visit friends, like 친구, or you 먹다, you're gonna go to eat, or like, what are you gonna do?
Can you read this conversation example?
Not well, but
okay,
I can.
go ahead and give it a try.
Which one do you want?
Start from 리타오.
Okay. 우리 비아 씨 언제 고향에 갑니다? There we go.
Close.
갑니까?
Yes.
갑니까?
And then Olivia replies, 내일 고향에 갑니다.
And then I say, 고향에서 무엇을 하고 싶습니까?
Yes. Nice,
So,
nice.
One of the things that trips me up is that in class I'll learn like the formal and then, or the more formal, and then when talking and practicing with like other Korean people that I meet, we'll use like the yo form. So that always trips me up in class. I'm like, yo or nida? Which one am I doing today? What I've known about all of these books is like, there's like a set of 6 characters. They just go through everything together.
Really?
Just
it's
like,
the same 6 people.
It's the same 6 people.
Okay.
This guy is Eric. Basically, there was another blonde-haired dude, and the professor was like, oh yeah, it's Eric Shi. And we're like, Professor, that's not Eric. Like, that's not the name on there. And she's like, oh. Like, don't worry. We white blonde kids all look the same. It's all good. So there are 2 other things that I do for learning Korean. One is reading, so I'll get random books. This is like the creation of the world. Or I'll use this. 저는
Hey, you're pretty fast. Okay, Jeremy, and how are you gonna end it? Yes. Yes. Yes.
There we go. So this is my Korean learning booklet. I think these are actually from these are from your videos.
Are these from my videos?
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, the 100 video course?
Yes, that's what I'm working through.
Okay,
so
nice.
I'm trying to do like at least 2 or 3 a week.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Oh, there's 2 more things that I wanted to show you. So the first one is, this is actually from your video, this little cheat sheet.
Oh yeah, that was the video for like learning the alphabet.
Yes, learning Hangul. And then I've rewritten this a bunch of times, but here's like my general schedule. However many hours I have during the day of free time, I just cut it in half, and that's what I try and shoot for my Korean study for the day.
So then what are these?
So these things are actually my like vocab for the week. Like every day I'll take those flashcards for the day, and then I'll just like review them throughout the day. And I'm to the point where half of them I can put them in a sentence and half of them I can't.
All right, well then let's go to your university and check out your actual campus for a second.
Sounds good, I'm down. Let's go. So it is 그럼
다음에 또 봐.
다음에 또 봐.
다음에 또, not
다음에
to.
또 봐.
또, yeah.
Okay, 다음에 또 봐.
Okay, yes.
Okay.
We'll do that at the end.
Yeah, and we can practice once or twice.
Hello, welcome to another episode of A Glass with Billy, and I have with me today a special guest.
안녕하세요, 저는 제레미입니다.
Yes, this is a family friend, Jeremy. I've known him a very long time. And you called me one day and was like, hey, kind of random, but do you happen to know about like how I can start learning Korean? And I'm like, did you not know I have a YouTube channel?
No, you keep it on the down lows.
So like how long have you been learning Korean then? Like
So I've actually like sat down and started studying for about 2 months. I've kind of studied it off and on for about year and a half.
The other thing I wanted to ask is just why Korean?
That's a good question actually. So
Is it K-pop?
No, it is not. I do like K-R&B though. One is the food. Kimbap is great.
That's just the most random
I
thing.
know, but
random
it's
thing
still-
to say that you like
it's
out of all
so-
Korean food.
I know.
It's
There's
like, I love American food. Oh, really? What do you like? Asparagus.
But like convenience store like kimbap, like you don't really have that in the States. You can't
No.
really. The other thing is one of my majors is East Asian political science.
Okay.
And so for part of that, I am required to learn a language within the region of East Asia.
So you could have picked, say, Japanese
Yep.
or Chinese or
Yes.
Korean.
Yep.
So then why Korean out of all those options?
Honestly, it's because of the friends at like elementary school, middle school, and high school. I had a few Korean friends that are like, yo, if you ever get to Korea, like you gotta do this, you gotta visit my family here, you
Right.
gotta, and so like,
Have you visited any of them
No,
so
I
far?
haven't.
When you mentioned Korean R&B, then
yes.
any recommendations?
Can I look at my phone for that?
Yeah, you can look at your phone. Yeah, that's fine.
Dean or DPR Live. If I look at my phone and be like, who is this? Like those are two that will come up.
Then I guess we can just get to the main part of the interview then.
Of course.
How is Korean?
Awful.
What are your first impressions of Korean? So now you've been studying for just over 2 months.
Yeah.
Officially, what are your impressions of it?
Being able to put things into sentences that people understand makes me feel amazing. But the process of like learning everything and trying to like switch my mind in learning has been a huge challenge. Switching from English grammatical structure to Korean grammatical structure was really and still is very difficult. It's entertaining, and it's fun, but it's difficult.
In the beginning, it's a huge hurdle.
Yeah.
I remember.
I know you had talked in one of your videos a while back of like focus on grammar, focus on grammar, focus on grammar. And I think that helped a lot. Knowing the structure of how a sentence is put together helps with any vocab you'll know, because you'll know like I'm gonna use 학교 in a sentence. 저는 연세대학교 like
I am
Yonsei University. Like, yeah, that's terrible grammar, but like I know it's a sentence. I know it's a bad sentence, but I know words and I know it's a sentence.
Okay, yeah, I get what you're
Kind of like-
saying. Well, can you say I go to Yonsei University?
So that would be like 연세대학교요.
There's
like-
what would be the verb?
The verb would be kayo.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
연세대학교 kayo.
Yes.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
Any recent experiences of trying to use Korean with a native speaker?
Yes. Ordering food or water. My buddies and I, after our Korean language class, will go out to eat. Since they are better in Korean than I am, they'll be like, "Hey, say this." Like, why? You know this more. Like, you need practice. Like, you're right. So like, 물 더 주세요, or like, I need more water.
물 더 주세요.
물 더. So like, 물 더 is like, I need more. 물 태 is like, I need all the water.
Oh, 물 다.
물 더.
Yeah.
Okay.
물 다 주세요. Right.
And then they're
have you
like-
said that? 물 다 주세요.
I did say
Give
that.
me all
'cause-
your water.
Because that was what they told me to say.
Who are these friends?
Like, we just all make fun of each other.
Has there been anything though about learning Korean that you say would be the most difficult part?
I'd say two things. The first one is the speed of native speakers compared to like the level that I am at now.
Right, yeah.
Because a lot of times I'll ask if they can repeat that, but then they'll just repeat it in English. So then I'm like, The other one is remembering object or subject or like other markers.
Okay,
in a
so
sentence.
topic, subject, object, marker.
Yeah, or
All
even
right.
like the marker that goes with a
Like-
verb. So
Okay.
like ka or i, because I'll talk to my Korean friends and they're like, you forgot the marker again.
Right,
I'm like,
right.
are you kidding me? Like, and that's actually something that's really nice because I've noticed like becoming friends with someone here, being able to say like, hey, if I'm doing this wrong, tell me it's wrong.
Yeah.
Don't tell me I'm doing great at Korean because then I'm just gonna assume that what I'm doing that's wrong is correct.
So wait, so you're saying you have friends that are native Korean speakers that
Yeah.
actually will correct you when you make mistakes?
Yes.
Okay, how did you find them? That's like a gold mine.
Yeah, basically it was through the school itself. I'm in a mentor group.
Mentoring for like Korean language or like
Just
for
like as someone to connect with.
Okay, okay.
Like within
To have
Korea.
friends. All right,
Yeah,
makes sense.
like one of my other friends actually, I found through. So I signed up for a class that I didn't realize it at the time, but it was only in Korean.
Oh, yeah.
So it was a.
You're still taking it though?
No, I dropped it because I couldn't understand anything of the entire class. It was for learning how to write in business Korean and like
Okay, I would drop that class too.
Yeah, but I talked to the professor and I'm like, do you have anyone that wants to do like a language exchange? And she's like, actually, yeah, I do. She introduced me to someone through like email.
Okay.
And we've been meeting up once a week and like chatting and stuff like that.
That's really good. And then on the other side of that, has there been anything that has been easy for you learning Korean?
Being able to practice has been easy. I have been nervous in like practicing and speaking. I'm getting over the point where I don't want to speak Korean because I'm bad at it. I'm just like, I give up. I know I'm bad. I'm just gonna do it. So that I think has been a lot more easy for me.
So then let's pivot then away from just the Korean language to studying in Korea. Tell me how that all happened.
Okay, so short story is Home University had programs to travel abroad, major required language requirement. So I would rather learn it not in the States.
And then how did you prepare for that? What was the basic, what were like the basic steps for getting ready?
Not well enough. A lot of it was like paperwork for the school itself, because I'm here a year for a full school year. So most kids will be here for one semester.
Oh, okay.
So I had to do a lot more paperwork that way. I had to get a visa, and then I had to find a place to live, which was sketchy.
You were asking me for questions about that too, like where should I live? Should I live, you know, get my own apartment, or should I live on the university? And you were talking about the pros and cons in each of those.
Yeah. I know you've seen the Goshi one that I'm at.
We just saw that,
That's small, but it is the bigger one out of all of those.
Well, I suppose all you do there is you sleep, and you might do a little bit of studying, and you shower, and then you leave.
Pretty much.
You're not like having friends hang out usually.
No.
So it was just like paperwork then? Like there wasn't any other like...
So I'm doing 2 degrees. One is communication, the other one is international, like political science. I had to fill out my course list of what classes I would take here. I had to pick those in advance and then hope that I got them. Once I got them and I got here, I validated that they counted for classes that would count at my home university.
I see. Do all of them count, the ones you're taking?
Yes, they do, thankfully.
That's really nice then. So you're not like losing any time.
Yeah.
You just get the benefit of an extra language.
Yeah, and actually, so this is my final year as a university student in general.
Okay.
So my final year is
So you graduate from Yonsei University.
Yeah.
Maybe this will be interesting then. What sort of challenges did you face living here?
The biggest challenge was day 1. I got the wrong address for my Goshiwan. And I didn't know it was the wrong address until I got to the wrong address. So I was communicating with the landlady. She's like, yo, I called a taxi to where you're at. Where are you? I'm like, I'm here. I don't see a taxi. It's 11 o'clock at night. I'm going to bed. I was like flagging down taxis, but none of them would take me because 1, I'm a foreigner at night, and 2, I have luggage. Finally got a taxi at midnight. So I got to my place at 1 in the morning. And then because of that, I like slept the rest of the day. And so after that entire experience of like my first weekend of Korea, I'm just like, everything's fine. Everything's gonna be great.
It's gonna be better
I don't even care anymore. This is gonna be a great experience. That was my
that's a good
horror
story. How about any culture shock?
I don't know if it's like individualistic mentality per se, but like everyone does stuff together. And like sometimes if you're not with someone to a restaurant, they're just like, no, we don't have room. I'm so used to like going and doing stuff on my own, like going to the movies, going to a park, or like going to a restaurant, or literally whatever.
What do you think about sharing food? Because people tend to share.
With that.
Okay.
Yeah, that wasn't
for
really...
me. That was a bit of a culture shock.
Oh, really? In my family, there's like just a pile of food, and you just like pass the bowl around, scoop some on. So it was just another like a level up from that.
For the future, then let's talk about the future. What are your plans then after you graduate?
My mom asks that all the time.
The obvious thought is, well, you go back to the US and forget your Korean.
I don't want to forget Korean, that's for sure. Of all of the studying or anything I've ever done, this is the most long-term studying I've done for anything in my life. 2 months is not that long, but the mentality of like the school year is about 10 months when I'm here, so it's pretty much a year. I will be studying every week for like at least 10 to 12 hours a week for 10 months. I do not want to lose that at all. I do want to go back to the States for like a month or 2. I think it would be really fun to like teach English in a rural town in Korea. One is for like the language itself. Since I'm in Seoul, it's a very international city, and I'm at a school where there's at least a base level English language requirement. Being in a rural town will definitely force my fight or flight instincts of
Yes.
survival, I will definitely fight in that scenario. It'll just be good to like learn the non-internationalized version of Korea.
If you're referring to dialect.
A little bit of a dialect.
Do you already have a city in mind?
No, I don't.
Just anywhere that's not like
Anywhere,
the big city. Okay.
Yeah. I lived in Virginia for a while, and one of the places that I lived in was just a really small town. Everything was on the main road. Kind of thing.
Okay, I see.
And I loved that. I didn't want to stay in that location forever, but being there I was there about a year. Living there was just really nice.
One of the last things I wanted to ask then is, would you recommend other people do what you're doing, come to Korea and study Korean?
Yes, I would recommend coming. As a university student, I feel like there's a huge safety net, which is very nice. And also with like English teaching, there will be like a sort of safety net of like, hey, you can fall back on X, Y, and Z to some extent. So yeah, I would highly recommend it. I would recommend learning more Korean before you get here is very important, and not just learning it from K-dramas or K-pop or music, like even going on YouTube and listening to like conversations. I feel like that's a lot more helpful. Yeah, I'd recommend it.
Okay. Who would you not recommend it to then?
Like for me, the one huge challenge was I like doing things on my own, but I also like having a friend group. Finding a friend group, because I came with a lot of people and I know one or two people. If you can, either try and meet someone that's here already
before you come.
Yeah, before you come, or come with someone. Not someone that's like foaming at the mouth at K-pop stars.
Careful, you'll offend half of my viewers.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. Keep foaming. But just in general, like go with someone. Like for my first night, I didn't have anyone. Having someone there, or having someone that's like, hey, if you need anything, let me know, would have helped out so much.
That's all the questions I had.
Cool.
How about you? Is anyone out there thinking of coming to Korea and studying, perhaps as an exchange student, or studying Korean while teaching English? Or if you've done it before, let me know in the comments how your experiences were, what differed from what Jeremy was talking about today. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again in another video. You want to try it? 그럼 다음에 또 봐.
Yes!
Nice, you got it.